Hello and welcome back to another Pussy HD video. Today we have another career mode episode. Now sorry. It's been ages since the last career mode episode, but the reason being is I've been very busy. And the problem was I ran out of footage at the wrong time completely, because it was at the very time that I got very busy, and literally on the past couple of days I haven't even been able to edit, haven't even been able to open my computer up in some cases, which means replies to comments may not have even been done. But I've had like a day or two to catch up editing wise, to catch up footage wise, and well, what a way to start. Absolutely with a fabulous header, and you can see Simon Mignolet's been moaned at in real life for his low positioning. He's like crouching down too low, which is apparently the reason behind him not being able to reach a lot of the chances, and that one is certainly highlighting that, with even FIFA taking inspiration from it, and he just dives backwards without gaining any height and no jumping ability whatsoever. Not the case here though, it's just an excellent header from Alberto Paloschi, which of course is pretty much unstoppable, and Simon Mignolet's left grasping at thin air. But the ball was played in, and Henderson is eventually found in the edge of the area, and around 12 yards out, Henderson does slot it home. Another thing as well is that my voice is actually quite sore, which is why I keep going sorry if that's slightly annoying, but you know, that's the way it's going to have to be. I never seem to be 100% my voice. I don't know why. But either way, you know, it's another game and a great half-time result. Despite Henderson reducing the deficit, it's 2-1 to us here in the Merseyside derby across the street from Anfield here at Goodison Park. So it was important that we held on to this, and that is exactly what we go and not do. Iago Aspas with an absolutely beautiful back pass with the back of his heel, and he managed to find Dembele, who was wide open, because the problem was Aspas dragged everybody out. As Henderson drove forward, he dragged two centre-backs. Only one centre-back should have pulled out, which meant Baines had to go to Iago Aspas. It left a free man at the back, who was of course Moussa Dembele, the former Tottenham midfielder. Now, Dembele himself actually meant his goal meant that we levelled, but this was the goal which put us back ahead. So it's been a great game here against Liverpool in the derby. It's been a fabulous encounter with a lot of goals, and there is still more to come. But if you saw Liverpool's midfield on this game, they've got like Khedira, they've got Dembele, they've got players like, it's just insane. They've got so many good players. And I mean, that was a bit of a weird finish, to be honest, from Balotelli. A bit of a weird-headed goal, because it just seemed too easy. And Vidal, as you can see there as well, I believe there's another one, like Isco or something like that. But it seemed like, yeah, the right-back or the centre-back didn't really contest the header, which was a bit of a shame. But even so, Howard just sort of ran out and didn't really catch it. And I think that really highlights how dominant we've been all game, looking at the shots as well. I mean, look at this. Howard just sort of stood there, and I honestly believe if he would have really put a good in for that, if he would have really dived, then it could have been a great camera save, and he may have been able to get a touch on it. And well, in the game where we can see 3, we score 4. What a header! And I've got to say, what a sublime pass. A brilliant ball over the top. Atsu managed to meet it, only just. It hits the bar, which I was so frustrated about, because that was a real shame. And then it rebounds off Mignolet on the way through. That is flipping amazing. That is flipping Ronaldo-esque. The way that Atsu rose above the defender, rose like a salmon, got his neck muscles in there, fully pushed it onto the bar, and well, Simon Mignolet, there was nothing he could do, because it smashes off his back and into the back of the net. So, like I said, in the game where we conceded 3, we scored 4, and we managed to beat Liverpool by a cat's whisker. 4-3, what a massive result against our rivals. And that was a really relieving result, because in 2015 February time, career mode wise anyway, like in the career mode, not in real life, we lost February. We lost Liverpool 4-1, which was our biggest ever defeat as an Everton manager, which is a bit of an annoyance because the biggest ever defeat going the way of your rivals is a bit frustrating. It sort of puts your bad name on your sort of CV in a way, because you want to be able to handle derby matches. It's the matches that everyone wants to win. Debatably the most important match of the season, pride-wise. Of course, there can be more important ones, such as finals and relegation battles, promotion battles. But in this case, this really wasn't a promotion battle. This was a battle for top 4. We're pretty much guaranteed to finish in top 4 this year. There's no doubt about that. But Hull City, they're really driving for it. They went down, and in their first season back in the Premier League, they've been excellent. But may I say, that is a whole another level of excellence from Leighton Baines. Fabulous free kick. He managed to just guide it into the top right corner of the net. Perfect power, perfect accuracy. And Jakubovic, the amazing goalkeeper, who simply has been excellent for Hull this year, meant as a result that they have been getting the points, and they seem around the 7th area of the table. They're like 7th, 6th, pushing for that European spot. Well, here, he couldn't even reach this one. Over the wall did not even attempt to dive for it. And I mean, it's a brilliantly hit free kick by our set-piece tactician and our left-back, who scores one of very few free kicks we've scored in this series. I remember one notably being Morales. I can't remember whether we've actually scored any others in this Everton career mode. I mean, we've hit the bar from them before in the post. I think we've hit the bar and post too many times from free kicks, and you will see an awesome free kick coming up very soon on this channel, which does in fact hit the bar, but that will have to wait for now. Hull City were putting the pressure on, though. If they could get one goal back, then maybe there is hope in restoring it. But to be honest, I was holding out, because after the previous game against Liverpool and our awful result coming from 2-0 up and going to 2-2, I was pretty much certain that I did not want to let this one slip. I cannot let this one slip. That's a simple fact. It's not a matter of want, it's a matter of cannot. Because Hull City, well, despite their run of form in the league, they're just not the sort of team that should be beating us, no matter where they are in the league. And it proves worthy here as Polosi drives forward, he's cuts inside, outside of the boot, fabulous reaction save, and he dives away the keeper to try and keep it out, which he does very successfully. And the Tigers bow down to the Toffees as we win 2-1 here on, 2-0, sorry, on Hull soil. So, Hull City are out of this game. We claim all 3 points and a massive step to the title yet again. But this could be an even bigger step. A nighttime game in Manchester at the Etihad Stadium. Oh my word, what a game this is. 3rd versus 1st. 10 points between us and a massive encounter. We've got 41 goal difference, they've got 14. It seems on FIFA this year, the goal difference is ridiculous. Teams don't seem to score enough goals. You look at Man City last year and they scored 100 goals in the Premier League campaign easily. However, on FIFA, it does never seem to be the case. No one ever seems to score any more than 50 goals, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. It's a bit frustrating that you don't really get that realism there. But I tell you what, Samuel Stays really does bring a whole nother level of unrealism, because he's a real player and he's awful in real life. He started off with the Real Madrid Academy, I believe, but just never developed into the player which he was hyped off to be. Until now, here with Everton, he puts us in the lead against Man City, and if it wasn't for the gratefulest right post of the right side of the Etihad Stadium, from this camera angle anyway, then we would be level. But if it wasn't for Samuel Sazer's slightly inaccurate shooting there, then we would be 2-0 up. So it seems a bit of a balance here of attack and defence. But when a free kick falls and passes his way, he looks for the short option. He chooses Thiago, and Thiago plays it over into the box. It's cleared very well by Man City, and eventually driven away by Zabaleta. Zabaletta's sort of running himself into a bit of trouble though, turning and weaving in and out, but can't quite get away from my forward pressure, high pressure forward, and well, it almost paid off as Samuel Says fires over And, well, as Samuel says, collects the ball here, he bursts forward with a bit of pace, taken down in the penalty area. It is most certainly a penalty kick. The ball didn't change direction, but Mangala pushed Samuel Says away from the ball as he was about to shoot, meaning coincidentally as a result, he didn't hit it with his right foot, but hit it with his left standing foot, which was a bit of a mess up. It looked a bit weird, but we'll take the penalty. A massive, massive opportunity. Leighton Baines scored a free kick last game. Can he score another one from a set piece? Of course he can't. What? Leighton Baines missed a penalty? No! I think we've scored like every penalty with Leighton Baines in FIFA 15 career mode. Maybe apart from one so far. In fact, I think we've scored every penalty with Leighton Baines. So that was a real shame, a real bluster in our wind and our turbines. But it doesn't matter, we kept striding on, and we strided on to a 2-0 lead. As Pelosi whipped it into Delafeu, he met it first, and Mangala ran riot this game. He seemed to be involved in every move, but not positively, if you know what I mean. He never seemed to actually get an interception in, or a header in, or a tackle in, when it was most needed. But either way, I do thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you smash that like button. We're taking leaps and bounds with this Everton team. And, well, if there is going to be a full season, which I think there definitely will be, now I've got a bit of news on that coming up in the January transfer window, which is next episode and live, so don't miss it. It will be an immense one. And then, we may even move clubs, which I'm really, really strongly considering. Of course, this would all be interchanging with the Road to Glory. Anyway, I do thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.